Thank you, Susan. And thank you to everybody for being here. I'm so glad it's a great, warm night. And it's amazing. This wall gets more amazing every day. And it still is a work in progress. It's really an ongoing project, and you'll see new developments as we go along. I too want to thank everybody, because it's taken this entire community, but really an expanded community of artists and organizations across Thurston County, across Washington State, across the country, and across the world to bring this mural to us. I want to thank, so that I don't fail this, I want to start by thanking Susan Green for having the determination and the commitment and the vision for this project, for bringing it to us. Thank you, Susan. And for an amazing amount of hard work, more than most of us can understand. She's been traveling back and forth from the Bay Area this year to make this happen, and really for many years. I'm going to talk about where the project initiated in just a moment. It really initiated with Rachel, with my daughter. But Susan then took the idea of creating a mural because she was moved by Rachel's story and heard Craig and I speak in the Bay Area in 2003, and she wanted to do a mural in Rafah. This is the Olympia-Rafah Solidarity Mural Project. Susan did that, and then the idea developed for the mural here in Olympia. So she has made a very, very long-term commitment to this, and our community owes her a great deal of gratitude for that commitment. Along the way, the project moved from Susan and from our discussion to this community. One of the first meetings that we had was in the Olympia Center, and a very small group of people, John Regan and Ann Fischel, who had been associated with a mural in Centralia, a really important mural there, came to the meeting. We talked for a while, and then we came on a walk through Olympia to figure out what wall we might put this mural on. And oddly enough, the first wall that we walked past was this one. We all looked at it and thought, wouldn't that be amazing? And here it is. So that also is a really great piece of the story. And then it grew from there. And more people through the years became involved with the project, contributed to the project. I think there are hundreds, literally hundreds, and probably thousands of people now that in some way have touched what you're seeing right here. They know who they are. They know that we remember them. And I just want to acknowledge all of those contributions tonight. It wasn't always an easy journey. There were a lot of things to work out along the way. But I think we can come together as a community and say that we've produced something really extraordinary, and it still has all sorts of potential, opportunity that will grow from what we've done here today and tonight, and it'll go onward. I want to speak a little bit about Rachel, because tomorrow's Mother's Day, and I will celebrate all of my children, including her. I'll remember how she was really the inspiration for this project. It started with her. She would want us to remember Rafah, the Olympia-Rafah Solidarity Mural Project, because Rafah still remains under siege. And nonviolent activists protesting the occupation, protesting the taking of land, are still being harmed and killed. And less than a week ago, a 19-year-old Palestinian in Gaza with internationals protesting the taking of 3.3 kilometers of land that's all along the Israeli-Gazan border land protesting the lack of access to that land by Palestinians. A Palestinian 19-year-old was shot and killed by the Israeli military. So I just, as we do this and as we celebrate, I want us to remember why our work is so important, and it is for the people there. We took a delegation to Gaza, the first Rachel Corrie Foundation delegation, in September of 2009, and some of the delegation members are here tonight. We met with, just so you know, I want to say a couple things about some leaves. We met with the family members, as we always do when we go to Gaza, who were in the home that Rachel stood in front of. And Craig will mention this later, but some of them are pictured on this wall, some of the children that have now grown up. We met and went to the Rachel Corrie Ramadan football tournament, second annual, to hand out awards to kids who participated in it. And the Rachel Corrie Ramadan football tournament is represented on this wall as well. But I really want to share with you a story of an artist that we met, Basil Al-Makusi, who's an artist. We met him at Katan Center for the Child in Gaza City. And Basil, during the attacks on Gaza in 2008 and 2009, lost his home, and his 7 brothers lost their homes in northern Gaza. Reem at the Katan Center, which is also represented in the leaf on the other side of the wall, invited us to come there, and she asked Basil to come and meet with us. And she told us that after the attacks on Gaza, she called him because the children had been so through so much, and they needed art to respond to what had happened to them. And she asked Basil to come and help, and though his house had been destroyed and he had his own family to think about, he came and he stayed for a month. And when we came, he showed us the stacks of paintings and drawings that the kids had made in response to what had happened to them in December and January of that year. I just want to share a few remarks that Basil shared with us. His leaf is, I've just seen it for the first time today, but it's the second one down from the top on the far end of the mural. Basil said, "I lost my house and my 7 brothers lost their homes. The only thing I ran to retrieve were my paintings. Being an artist and appreciating the gift and talent that I have been given, I believe this is my tool for fighting occupation. Like many other Palestinians, such as Mahmoud Darwish, who fought with his words. I wish one day that I could do something that will affect my people." We asked Basil about his dream for Gaza, and he said, "It's a very little dream to have peace, just like anyone else in the whole world." So tonight, I just know that Rachel would want us to remember, as she valued this community so much, she believed in the power of this community, she would want us to remember our enlarged global community. I think she's looking down, and I think tomorrow when I think about her, I know she's going to be really proud of what we've accomplished remembering her through these past years. Thank you very, very much.